The school shooting has yet again brought a ton of controversy, which is probably going to end up dying down within like maybe a week after this, because that's what seems to happen with all these mass shootings that happen, whether they're in schools or wherever they happen. But a shooting survivor who's a student at the school in Parkland, Florida, has told the NRA, she said, "Don't you dare come back here." Now, this article says a student who survived the Florida school shooting on Monday shared a message for the National Rifle Association calling for it to disband. During an interview on CNN, students were asked what they would say to the NRA. Disband, dismantle, don't make another organization under a different name. Don't you dare come back here, Emma Gonzalez said on CNN. She's actually somebody who's kind of, I would say, like emerged as this big Trump critic as a result of what happened. It says, the fact that you were in power for so long and you had so much influence for so long in America just goes to show how much time and effort we still need to spend on fixing our country. She said gun control is, quote, just the first thing. So there's multiple things that go into this. First of all, the Citizens United case is a big deal because really what this whole power of the NRA comes from is its funding. That's where it comes from, is money, 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 money. If you look at the Republicans who are in opposition, it's because the NRA just fucking floods them with money. So again, we're back to a situation where campaign finance laws are at the heart of the issue. Now, the NRA doesn't have to disband. They just need to stop being dicks. So, for example, I might have talked about this on the show, I'm not sure, but back when the Vegas shooting happened, where it was the biggest shooting in modern history, they said that they would be open, to a ban on bump stocks or regulation, but I think it's the U.S. Bureau of Tobacco and Alcohol and Firearms, which is a weird combination, to be honest with you. But anyways, they didn't end up supporting any legislation, and then they came out against it. So if they were just to be like, yo, we're rifle owners, we want to have like the right to have our shit, but like we're down to be regulated. So what I would recommend is bump stocks should have been banned completely, because they're literally undercutting legislation that's already in place. So that's a no-brainer. But also, Trump, I believe, just signed an executive order that was like removing certain background checks. Background checks should be massive. There should be a lot of details that go into it. And also, I think that Congress needs to convene and decide which guns should be legal and which guns shouldn't. Because I think that that's a discussion that needs to happen. I personally think that assault weapons should be completely banned. I think that AR-15 should be banned as well. There's no need for it. The only argument when it comes to gun ownership that I am sympathetic towards, even in the least bit, is people who, anywhere but mainly in more rural areas where the police force isn't as active, is self-protection. That's the only thing. When people, the common argument of the Second Amendment, which it's unfortunate that the Second Amendment is in place, but, basically what that's saying is, it's necessary to keep a free state. At this point in time, it's bullshit. It's outdated. It's bullshit because the government has tanks, nukes, fucking shit you've never even heard of. An armed populace would not be able to take on nukes. It wouldn't be able to take on tanks. It wouldn't be able to take on jack shit. So that is some bullshit. And I think that the ability or the severity and the frequency of mass shootings would go down if assault weapons are banned. Many other countries have done this. There's the Onion article that keeps just getting posted every fucking year because it keeps on happening is, there's no way to stop this, something like that. It says like something, this is paraphrasing a little bit. So they say, there's no way to stop this from happening, says only country in which this happens. So shit like this is how, gun control has happened in a lot of places. And this shit needs to happen. So hurry the fuck up, Congress. Get off your asses and do something.